Welcome back. Holy cow, it's been a millennium. What's going on, everybody? Filmstruck Film Club, can you believe it? We are back. My friend Groot is still here as always. I'm here, your friend Carson Higgins. I love watching movies. I love watching movies I've never seen before. I love watching old movies, new movies, movies I don't understand. I just can't stop watching them. Anyway, I wanted to pick one that maybe you hadn't seen before. I had seen this movie before. Usually I pick stuff I haven't seen, but I'll tell you why I picked this one. It's because there was a recent Criterion 50% off flash sale, and I bought this movie, Y Tu Mama Tambien, Alfonso Cuaron's absolute masterpiece, total banger from top to bottom, coming-of-age Mexican tale of friendship, love, loss, sex, and the tragedy of growing up, which is also not a tragedy, but it's just an inevitability. Anywho, Y Tu Mama Tambien, I bought it. Hey, look at that. New York City's right outside the windows. You can hear it. But I bought this movie, and so I said, you know what? I want to watch it, and maybe some other people will want to watch it, and let's get this club back up and running, so we're doing it. Also, with spring in full swing, which is a rhyme that I love, and summer right around the corner, I thought, why the hell not? This movie's streaming on Hulu and Netflix. People can watch it. They don't have to own the Criterion, and we can watch this movie and get excited about the summer. Not only that, but with a film that was shut out unceremoniously from the Academy Awards last year, Luca Guadagnino, I don't know how to say his name, his film Challengers, another sexy three-way movie full of horny young people that everybody that saw it seemed to love it, and I'm telling you right now, if you loved Challengers and you've never seen Y Tu Mama Tambien, then I know what you're doing tonight. Anyway, this movie is, like I said earlier, a masterpiece. It's one of my favorite movies. Alfonso Cuaron is one of my favorite directors. He won 2 Academy Awards already for Best Director. One for Gravity, shout out to Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, and one for Roma. Roma, of course, being one of just the greatest movies of all time, maybe? I mean, come on. I got it right here. Gotta love it. Gotta love a good Criterion edition of a Netflix movie. You know what I'm saying? Keep physical media alive. Y Tu Mama Tambien. Gael Garcia Bernal, Diego Luna, and, pardon me, forgive me, I love you so much, Maribel Verdú. Our 3 beautiful lovers in this film. Diego and Gael, I guess they're real life best friends. They were before this movie. They are still best friends. And God, it's just so great that their friendship and their chemistry and camaraderie and their goofy charm was captured at this time in this way, because it'll exist forever. And of course, the beautiful Lucia, who they link up with for this fun road trip to the beach, also just one of the sexiest people ever put on film, maybe? I don't know. You decide. I don't care. All I know is this film is extremely well written. It was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay, and rightly so. Not only is it a beautiful coming-of-age tale, but it's also this kind of profound and deep look into the minutia of Mexico as a country. And Alfonso's actually spoken before about how this movie is about adolescents finding experience and a country coming out of its own adolescence. So there's this fabulous use of narration in this film. Absolute badassery. I love the narration in this movie because unlike sort of your traditional narration that's just giving you a little bit more of the character's feelings about what you're already watching, this narration will interrupt the action, cut the sound out entirely. There'll be a beat or two, and then we find out this little piece of cosmic trivia, some local thing that only people that live here would know, or only these characters would know. It's a deep secret of theirs. Maybe it's something they don't even know that they feel, but we, the audience, get this sort of cosmic inventory of who these people are and where they are. One of my favorite ones of this narration is, it's one of the many beautiful long take beauties in the car, and the camera's on the road, and sure enough, the sound cuts out, informing us that this little piece of narration is about to occur, and we start hearing about these chickens on the road and these broken cages, and you're like, what? Why am I hearing about this? Why are you telling me this? And it's just for this little brief moment where we're getting told these details, and then we find out that there was this accident and these people died, and right when we find that out, the camera just delicately, elegantly, subtly points out the window, and we see a roadside memorial. You've probably seen a million of them if you've ever driven on the highway before. Just a little cross, maybe little candles, pictures of the ones that were lost. And it's just this brief little moment just to say, look, that's who this memorial is for. Anyway, back to the story. And I found each one of those little pieces of narration so illuminating and interesting and satisfying my curiosity. Speaking of curiosity, the camera in this movie has such a curious little playful energy of trying to, almost like the little kid who's up when the parents think they're asleep and they peek around and they're watching the adults interact and they're catching this private moment where nobody knew this kid was around. That's kind of how the camera feels in this movie. And that's a shout out to Emmanuel Lubitsky, Chivo, one of the best cinematographers ever. He shot Tree of Life, he shot Birdman, The Revenant, this, just a ton of great stuff. He's one of the absolute best. And it's why this film looks so damn good. But there are these moments. God, there's a great one where Lucia has called her now ex-husband, and she's leaving a message on the answering machine at their apartment. He's not home. So we're just hearing her leaving the message in real time, and the camera like shows us the answering machine and then sort of backs out of the room, all the way out of the room, into the kitchen and out the window, and we watch the neighbors. And it's just one of these things where why are we finding this out? You know, just so you could see what her life was like before she got up and joined these boys on this road trip. This was the place she lived with her husband, and he's not around, and someone left the window open, and it's just sort of a curious little slice of reality where, whether it's interesting or not, that's how it is. And the confidence and the know-how and the trust in their own art to take the time to make these shots happen and to make them look beautiful, and know that in the grand scheme of the story we're trying to tell and the film we want people to experience, it's gonna have value. It's gonna hit. Yeah, I don't even want to say anything more about it. I just think that you should watch Y Tu Mama Tambien. If you've seen it before, if you've never seen it, you should watch it. It's freaking amazing. Anyway, Groot and I are gonna get out of here. We're gonna try to keep this ball rolling. So expect another Film Club pick real soon. And in the meantime, I hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Keep your head up. Keep your chins up. Do what you got to do. And watch some good movies when you get a chance. All right. I love y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.